So there's one manufacturer of folding knives that I've only done one review on so far, but the more and more I look at these knives, I'm really impressed with what they're putting out, and that is Buck. Now, Buck, my history with Buck knives, a long time ago I had some of their fixed blades. When I was growing up, I was gifted a fixed blade, and that's just the memories that I have. And for the longest time, I never really thought of Buck knives as a something that's a good contender in the EDC market for as far as folding knives. I was certainly wrong. This is one example right here of a great folding knife. This is the Buck Model 256. It's the Decatur. So before I just go over how it feels and my thoughts on it, here's some quick specs on it. So the blade is 7CR17 steel, stainless steel. Overall length 4.5 inches, and that's closed. The blade length is 3.5 inches. Has G10 handle. It's a drop point blade, 3.4 ounces, and the blade thickness is 0.090. So that's the specs real quick. So now let's just talk about what I think is a little bit more important. How does it feel and how is it styling? Does it seem to be useful for a knife that's $40 and under? On Amazon right now, I'm looking around in Amazon, it seems like the average is right around 35 bucks or so. Really inexpensive. So overall, it's very minimalist. I like this style of knife. It's referred to as one of the Amazon pages to refer to Japanese style. I like the minimalist look. I like the handles. The black handles contrast with the stainless steel parts on here. The clip is very well made. It is non-adjustable, what I mean by that is you can't reverse it. I should say it's non-reversible or anything. So you get what you get. You get a tip-up carry. That's all you get. The flipper is nice, well made. It's a ball bearing action. Flips open very nice. The drop point blade, very good quality, no machine marks. Very sharp, consistently sharp from the bottom all the way to the tip of the blade. It's very consistent. The centering, I'll show you the centering here. Done very well. I really like that. The liner lock engages very consistently every time. There's no play in the blade at all. Everything's nice and tight. It doesn't have any jimping or anything like that on the back, which I don't think it needs. A knife like this is an everyday carry blade, and I like the minimalist design of it. It's very well made. I think it looks really sharp. Overall, I think this thing would excel for especially the folks that like the same type of design that I like, as far as, minimalist style, so to speak. And if you're the type that, maybe you wear a suit to work, or you go after work to affairs that maybe you have to dress up a little bit for, I think this really goes with it. Some people might think, well, that's kind of silly. What are you talking about? EDC blades is an EDC blade. Why do you need to match it with your outfit? Some people are that way. I really dig these style of knives that are very classy looking. For example, like the Columbia River Knife and Tool, the CEO series, I like those as well. They're really thin, really nice. I mean, if you're going to wear them to an event or something, they'll fit right in a pocket or a shirt pocket or pants pocket, whatnot, no problem. And I just think they look really slick. The action overall is really good, really smooth. It was slightly stiffer when I first got it, but after working it through a little bit, I mean, I don't have to flick my wrist or anything. It just opens right up, no problem. Very nice action. Everything fits together. There's no grit anywhere that I can see. Everything's nice and smooth. There's no machining marks that I can tell. This thing carries pretty good. I haven't had any slippage in the pocket, so you can either carry it on the clip or you can just throw it in the pocket. This blade seems to stay where it is. I don't need to worry about something like this. This could be a bad deal if it opens up a little bit in your pocket and then you go to grab it and you might poke yourself. I haven't encountered that yet with this knife. Just always keep an eye on it though. I've worked this knife over pretty good, but just keep in mind that with budget knives, as you break it in, sometimes this loosens up a little bit. It could loosen the action a little bit, and it could cause that right there, potentially. So just keep that in mind. The only thing I wish is maybe if you could at least, reverse the clip here. but you can't, which that's fine. It's not a super big deal. But there is one criticism, I like the versatility of being able to rotate stuff around, you know what I mean, when it comes to the clip. So overall, I really dig it for less than 40 bucks. I mean, this is a really awesome knife. I really like it. So be sure to check them out. Don't sleep on Buck. They seem to be producing some really good stuff. Now, I haven't messed with the really cheap knives yet. There are some that are a lot more utilitarian use. They're very utilitarian looking, and I may look into those. But this one just caught my eye just because of how good it looked. I think it's a really sharp basic knife. And I'm always going to recommend Buck, you know, even their fixed blade. I like their fixed blade. They have a lot of classic fixed blades that are awesome. But I'm always the type that, yeah, if you want a decent folding knife and you want something other than CRKT or Kershaw or the Gerbers out there, check out Buck. They got some really good stuff. All right, that's enough yammering out of me. Feel free to comment in the comment section below.